to rob me, man. Everybody listen, I
The stream
apologize.
is live.
This
Now,
CDK,
now.
Nah,
this
it
CDK
is
Sports
what it
Talk
is.
Network, man. I thought I've been live for the last 20 minutes. I got Mr. Brian Norman, Mr. Bones, Adam, Marky, Dan. I can't start over, but I can keep going forward. And right now, go ahead, Mr. Norman, what you were saying, man, it's crazy.
Oh, I would say, well, first of all, let's put this out there before we just start in. I'll be talking about that situation right there. I'm being
Yeah.
asked about this situation just like you asked me now, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm being asked about this situation. You know what I'm saying? People ask me about situations. I give my opinions because I'm candid about it, and I don't really care. Like it don't make me no difference. So
Yeah.
I just give my my commentary on whatever it is, or my opinion on it. So anyway, bottom line was, what was the question you asked me again? What's the last question?
I was asking you, like, okay, I think when they said, okay, your son has an upcoming fight and he had a chance to be a headliner. But
Oh,
now
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
they're saying, like, why not take that fight with Boots? Or why turn down the biggest
Right,
purse?
right.
These
And
purses.
I said I don't care about it or worry about it at all. I said my son became a professional fighter at 17 years old. He had a year off. You had COVID in there. He had a whole year off. So essentially, my son became a world champion in 5 years. What other welterweight in the game right now today has done that? Nobody. My son is the youngest world champion, or male at least, because Gabriel Fundora is one. My son is the youngest male world champion in boxing today. That's out of Bam Rodriguez. That's out of whoever you want. He's the youngest. You can go look it up for yourself. You feel what I'm saying? None of them are young. None of them even wanted to. Nobody in the boxing right now today, one of them now, welterweights right now, even won a title earlier than him. So
Yeah.
what are we talking about? My son is he's ahead of the pack when it comes to that. When I mean by head of the pack, he's ahead of the pack in time. You know, people like they hate when I say stuff like that because their emotions don't go, their feelings don't go with my facts. But I'm sorry, sir, the fact is a fact. My son became a world champion in 6 years, and he did not fight at all for 1 year. So he essentially did it in 5 years. He became a world champion at an early age than any other welterweight in the game today. These are absolute facts. My son has fought 2 fights that he was supposed to lose, and they had him as an underdog. That's an absolute fact. The last fight that he fought the number one guy in the WBO up under Terrence Crawford that was in line for Terrence Crawford, but he couldn't get Terrence Crawford, so he had to fight somebody. They chose my son as the weakest link for him to fight. That's a fact. My son went and knocked his head off in his hometown in front of 5,000 to 7,000 screaming enemies against my son. He created a highlight that no other welterweight, and please, by all means, all the other supporters, give me a fight where the other welterweight's highlight is better than the one with my son and Santillan. Where give me a name. He beat a guy 32-0 in his prime, in his hometown, waiting for this chance his whole life, that just came back and demolished Alexis Rocha, who's a prospect, a product, a contender himself, and Olympian, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He went in his hometown. Santillan went in his hometown and demolished him. My son came back, went in Santillan's hometown and demolished him. Tell me another welterweight, please. All the supporters, tell me another welterweight that has done that. They have never faced any kind of adversity. My son's been cut. My son's been elbowed. My son's been dropped. My son's been on enemy territory. Those are all character creators.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it all.
Oh, definitely. It definitely creates character. Man, if you don't go through nothing, I don't know how you're gonna get to where you're trying to get to.
Exactly.
So that's common sense.
Exactly.
People say, anything like that, I think is foolishness. Because in boxing, we know anything can happen. And this is one thing I learned about boxing. Everybody's not gonna have. You can win a fight and still not have your best night. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that's a part of boxing. Now, you was talking about Top Rank earlier before we some kind of way didn't get on stage, and you was talking about how they try to throw you to the wolves. Now, how is the relationship with Top Rank? How is that relationship
I
now?
mean, within the last couple, my son opened his mouth and he told him, you know what I'm saying, we got to step it up a little bit or whatever. And as you see, if you've been watching Top Rank the last couple of weeks or a week or so, or two or so, they've been pushing my son more. And, they understood and they know what was going on. And they was like, you should have said something earlier as if it was on him. But, It is what it is. But they've been pushing them a lot lately. You know what I'm saying? Even more than McKellar Mary. If you look at it, like you ain't been seeing McKellar Mary and Sandy Ronnie being pushed like that. You've been seeing my son get pushed. You go to their Instagram and go to their Instagram feed. They just happen to be the headliner of the show, which I have no problem with because, like I said, my son is ahead. So I don't have my son that didn't get a chance to build the fan base that these other guys got to build. He didn't fight on Showtime under Tank Davis undercard. You know what I'm saying? He didn't fight. He didn't fight on these cards in these places. He didn't get to fight in these places. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, he was thrown to the wolves after he was going to be nothing. So he's coming from a different place than the other ones are, and we cool with that.
Yeah,
We cool with that.
definitely.
We like getting it out the mud. We used to getting it out the mud. We used to the adversity. We like it. Like I said, it builds character, and we cool with it.
Definitely.
I have
Ben
no problem with fighting on this. We have no problem with fighting on this undercard. We'll beat anybody on any undercard. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is what people don't understand. We're daring to beat great. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My fault. Now that's on me. And Ben Sanders in the comments talking about your son, he said, yeah, he put belt to ass on Buddy with a cut. You know what I'm saying? And he
Thank
definitely
you.
done that with
Yeah,
a cut.
thank you. He did. Yeah, he did. He did, and that's a fact. This guy was built. This guy was a 4-1 underdog. I made a lot of money on that fight. I was the only one that knew.
Now I made hey, you weren't the only one because I BBO can tell you I made a lot of money on that fight.
Right. I was like, y'all tripping.
I didn't know who the other guy was. I was just going off the fact that I knew who your son was.
Yeah, you can go back and look at the research he had just destroyed, man. The fight before he destroyed Alexis Rocha in 6 rounds. He destroyed him. I mean, this is not talking shit about Alexis Rocha. He had him crying and everything, bro. And after I'm, of course that's fine, but I'm just saying, like, it just, he did what he had to do in his hometown, and he had the same referee we had against him, and now we had that referee against us. It was crazy. It was literally the exact opposite what had just happened to fight before.
Yeah, I use that as motivation. I love that. I was underdog as well. I was 9-1 underdog when I fought for the title. I love it when people tell me I can't do it.
It's the best thing. It's the best thing.
Best thing ever.
It's the best thing. Yeah, it's the best
That's
thing
that
ever.
motivation. That's that motivation right there.
Hey, Bones, if you that kind of guy though, some of these people gotta have, oh man, why is this and what? Nah, some people gotta have the people on their side, and they wonder why we ain't never had nobody on our side. Even right here in Atlanta, like people always been secretly. Because me and my son are loners. Like we mess with everybody, but for the most part, we're loners. We don't hang with no crowd.
That's me. That's exactly the same thing.
Right.
I'm with everybody, but only by myself.
So you took your last championship fight. You took it in this guy's hometown. Now, if fight does happen next with Boots and your son Brian, do you want it to happen in Philly, or do you want it to be on neutral ground, or do you feel like it's a fight for Vegas? I feel like it's a Vegas fight.
It's a Vegas fight. It's a Vegas fight. It's a Vegas fight. But listen, this is the thing. This is what people not understanding, and it ain't even that they ain't understanding. They refuse to listen to and they refuse to hear. Where they refusing to listen to and refusing to hear. Let me know if I can chop up so I can stop. All right, we good right now?
What you say now?
I said, let me know if I chop up or if I started breaking up. We good right now?
We good.
All right. So listen, this is what people are getting confused and they're not understanding. They came and that fight was never meant for nobody. The last fight, the fight with Karen was already signed, sealed, and delivered. It was already signed, sealed, and ordered. I'm gonna say that. It was already signed, sealed, and ordered by Daryl Peoples. He already confirmed that or whatever else. When they came out, they was using my son as a scapegoat. Period. That's all. To make it look like he was trying to find all these fights. He went through everybody to make it look like Boots was some kind of boogeyman. He was not. Even going to the fact of Charles Conwell for $350,000. He made Eddie Hearn, and I'm not saying it's Boots' fault, it's Eddie Hearn's fault. Eddie Hearn made sure he stayed outside of everybody's price range. He made sure he stayed outside of everybody's okays. I mean, out of they okay, yeah, we'll do it. Like, how are you gonna offer Charles Conwell a fight at 154 and then turn around and turn down a fight at 154 for $5 million the next fucking fight? It doesn't make sense. None of it was done in honesty. I'm finna go through a bad spot. But anyway, it was never done in honesty. It was never done in credibility. Then they came back and gave Stanionis a fight in Atlantic City, New Jersey, when Stanionis had stayed in Philadelphia and he had stayed in Atlantic City. He's familiar with these places. They moved the fight out of Philadelphia to Atlantic City. Why were they not willing to do that for us? And they pay him more money than we asked for.
Mm.
People don't know they initially offered Barrios $2 million. They offered Stanionis 1.5. Neither one of them even entertained it. They offered us 750,000.
Okay, so the 1.7 wasn't really true.
No, we got it up to 1.7. We
Oh,
told them, you know
y'all
what?
got it up. Y'all got it
We
up to
got
one.
it up. Yeah, they started at 750. We got it up to 7. We got it up to 1.7. And we said, look, my son still wouldn't have brought home a million. So we was like, look, give us a couple $100 more so my son can at least secure a cool million, and we cool. We'll come fight you in Philadelphia. Otherwise, we can move the fight somewhere else. Whatever else. He didn't do it. He didn't want to do it because I don't think he ever wanted to make the fight in the first place. And again, I'm not talking about Boots. I'm talking about Eddie Hearn.
Okay, yeah, I know you saying Eddie. So you feel like Eddie Hearn doesn't want to
He
make
was
the
full. He was full of shit from the very. He was full of shit from the very start.
Yeah, but
Does it?
here's the thing too. Listen, if Manny Pacquiao fought Floyd Mayweather when they wanted him to, they wouldn't have made the money that they did.
Right. They
Yeah,
had to
So,
definitely.
build it
so
up.
Yeah,
They
we
had to build
discussed
it
it
up.
last
we
night.
gotta see.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And you know, I feel like both young men gonna be victorious in their next fight. And I feel like that the fight will be able to happen right after these next two fights. You know, one fight. A lot of times we waiting 5 and 6 and 7 years for these fights. I don't think we're gonna have to wait that long for this fight. Can y'all hear me?
Me either, CDK.
Yeah. What you say, Market Dan? Go ahead, Market Dan. I want to hear from you. What you say now?
No, I was just gonna say
Can
me
you hear me
either.
now?
I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello.
But no, I was just gonna say me either. I don't think we're gonna have to wait too long for this fight. Both young guys seem like they ready for the smoke. Bootsy stepping up to Stanionis. We've seen, like B Norman Sr. said, Junior has gone to these dudes' hometowns. He beat Santalan to death. I picked
Yeah.
against him in that fight. He shocked me.
Yeah. He
But
shocked me.
I can't. Yeah, I can't see this being one of those types of situations with a Pacquiao or a Earl Spence where we gotta and Terrence Crawford where we gotta wait 5, 6 years down the line. These dudes in their 30s instead of their prime.
Yep.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah, but the situation also been, listen, they wouldn't have made nowhere near the money that they did. You got to build it up. It's going to take a year and a half, 2 years maybe, and then maybe. But 5 is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's true, Bones Adams. But at the same time, a point that was made by me last night was yes, if they had fought in 2010, if Manny and Floyd had fought when they were supposed to, they probably would have made 60 million apiece. But then they waited and they both got 100. But then when you
No, they
really
got
think
more than
about it,
100.
they
They
could
got
have
more than
had.
Go ahead,
Say-
Bone. What you say,
they got
Bone?
more
Yeah,
than
what you
100.
say?
Floyd got like 400, and Manny got 2.
Oh yeah, no. You're right. You're right. Yeah, they
So
made. Yeah,
they make crazy money.
Crazy money, man. That's
no, that's
that's
a
the
fact.
thing.
I can't even like just
So,
hearing that. I
but
can't make
we
an
don't have to wait.
argument
We don't have to
against
wait
that.
5 years. We have to wait 5 years, but like 2 years to build this shit up. And then there you go.
We good. We good right now. As long as they good right now, we good right now. I'm
That's what
not
I'm
sure.
saying. You know? Yeah.
They're not saying they're not expressing interest in wanting it right now. They just keep saying they worried about the fight in front of them, which is that which is supposed to be. We are too, but we openly saying we want the next. Period.
Next period. And let me ask you a question because a lot of people don't ask this question. We heard that Boots always saying his goal is undisputed. Is that the goal of your son, undisputed?
That's absolutely his goal, but he hasn't said it in the last couple of interviews. Go check. He's saying he
Okay.
don't know. Go listen.
Okay, so he's saying he don't really know. And
He
one point,
said the last he's been saying that for years. Now the last few interviews, I watch everything. For the last 2 interviews, he has not said that.
right. And so undisputed is the goal.
That's the
And
goal.
you know,
We going undisputed. That's the goal.
between the champions, if you had like it don't matter. You said you want Boots next anyway. And I think that it's gonna be the best fight out of the division. Who do you feel like is the weakest of the champions?
Barrios.
I say the same thing. I said the same thing. I think it's
Oh yeah.
Barrios. I think Barrios is the weakest league of the champions. I feel like the Barrios has looked real like beatable in his last few fights, in my humble opinion.
Right. Yeah,
What
yeah,
you
And
what
Barrios.
you
that
think?
Thurman and that Thurman performance, it has to hang. It has to have an impact on how you rate Barrios, especially at 147. And then you look how Keith is still up there knocking shit out today. And this man went life and death. Keith almost stopped him.
But do you think he got the Keith Thurman that we seen against, Sean Porter? You think that's the same Keith Thurman, or do you think there's a
Not
little bit been lost?
Nah. See, I don't think that's the same Keith that fought Sean Porter. That
Yeah,
was Keith at his peak. But this
right.
Keith, I still think that Keith is good enough to beat Mario Barrios right now. That Keith that fought Brock Jarvis. And
Yeah,
it's not that I think Barrios is a bad fighter, or I think he can't beat good fighters or B or A+ fighters at his weight. But that last fight he had against the Argentinian dude, that little dude who was like he was putting hands on him, and I thought Barrios was gonna stop him. And
yeah,
that's something you see with Barrios where I don't know if he gasses or he loses focus, but he don't finish his food. Like he
Yeah,
get dudes
I
like
think
he
he
even
loses
dropped
focus.
Ugas.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree with you on that. And since for some reason my stream didn't start, I was at the beginning of my stream. I gotta say it now. I was giving Brian his flowers, man, and we was talking about really something outside of boxing. We were talking about he got an 11-year-old daughter. I have a 6-year-old. What I'm saying, son, and just giving him his flowers because a lot of men don't get the opportunity to raise their children. And that's what we were talking about at the beginning. Him being, I was just want to give him his flowers and say, man, salute to him for being able to have a career in boxing and also raising his kids. What I'm saying, on his own, man. That's to be commended.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah,
Most
cheers.
definitely.
I thought somebody was going to say something, but yeah, I don't want to dwell on the boot fight too much. Like you said, I know it's coming up. Your son next opponent, coming up. Have y'all done a lot of studying of him, or how do you feel about this fight?
A whole lot of studying, of course. That's all I've been doing. I've been studying him since September last year.
Are y'all
Yeah.
big on?
I was at
Can you hear me clearly?
Who's he fighting?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, go
Can,
ahead.
all
Yeah, go
right,
ahead.
cool. I've been studying. I've been studying him since September last year. I know. That's what I do. I try to pick out all their weaknesses, all of their flaws. I try to pick out everything so we can capitalize on everything else. But for the most part, more than anything, is more than sort of just them. It's about making sure we take care of our weaknesses and our flaws, and make sure we just up our game. You know what I'm saying? But I do
Yeah.
make sure I know so we'll know what to expect at least.
And Bones, what did you just say, Bones? I heard you say something.
No. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. And with your son's career and your career, does it feel like that you have more time like with his career than you had with your own?
Do I have more time with his
Like,
career? Yeah.
you was telling us earlier that what I'm saying, a lot of your things was you not being able to really,
Yeah, absolutely. I can do what I want to do right now. I mean, yeah, I work a lot and I do a lot or whatever, else, but for the most part, I really can do what I want to do.
you cut out for a second.
I said for
You
the
back
most
in
part,
now.
I said I really can do what I want to do right now. I do work a lot or whatever else. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. We can
Yes.
hear you.
I said I do work a lot and everything else or whatever, but no, right now, I mean, again, it was God's plan. It came in perfect. 2015,
I
I got
apologize.
fired from that. Listen, I got fired from that exact same job I told you I got when I was 21. I worked at AT&T, and I was top of the line technician shit for 14 years. So I made a lot of money there or whatever, but I ended up starting what I'm doing now, and I had a couple of problems, and they ended up firing me. But by that time, I had already got my traction and shit. I hit the
Okay.
ground rolling, and my life freed up, so I can do a lot more now.
I don't know.
You heard me?
Yeah. I heard.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you listen. I've always said this too. Fighters make the
Okay,
trainers.
AT&T, your son, after 14 years or something like that.
Was that
Remember,
again, Bob?
I said you were going in and out, but I heard you say you got fired from that job, AT&T job or something after
After
14
yeah,
years.
after 14 years, I got fired, but I had already started doing what I'm doing now, and I just hit the ground rolling. By the time I got fired at 2015, and I could travel with him, I could go to nationals with him, regionals. He didn't have those same problems I had. Like I said, it was perfect, and it was God's plan, clearly.
Definitely. And so with now you have a tow truck company. I know. Cause
Man, tow truck company, shop, sell car. I do anything dealing with a car. That's what I do.
say anything dealing with a car.
Anything dealing with a car. That's what I do.
Do you like as far as your business starting off and stuff? How was it like? A lot of people don't know when you starting a business off. That is something to give game on. Was it hard getting started with your business? Was
So,
how hard was it?
man, the most stressful thing you will do in life, and it's still stressful to this day, because You know how when you at a job, sometimes if you get a good job, then you can have benefits like I did have at AT&T. And if you sick, you don't go to work, you ain't got to worry about it because they're gonna take care of you. They go, you know what I'm saying? FMLA, everything else. Shit, this game, if you don't work, you don't eat. Just like
Right.
just like in a fight game, if you don't fight, you don't eat.
Right, definitely. That's something that me and Bones was talking about.
Yeah.
People don't know you're able to support your career, regardless of whatever, being your son, trainer, or manager. But we were talking about how trainers don't get paid if the boxer don't box. Like I think it's going in and out.
Yeah, I think it's in and out.
Marky Dan, you still there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear all y'all perfectly.
Okay. For some
You
reason,
got some,
Brian keep going in and out.
Yeah, I can hear
keep
me.
going in and
Norm
out.
is smooth. I heard his whole story about working at AT&T at 21. I can hear you perfectly. So
Oh, you
I
must
don't hear
got
the
you must got
disconnect.
you must got super Wi-Fi.
He does because he keeps going in and out on me too.
Yeah, you got super Wi-Fi. Cause every time he like it kept going in and out on me. I couldn't catch all
Can
of
you
it.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Crush the legend in the
Okay, my
building.
bad.
Salute. Juan, salute. Dub, salute.
Salute, OG.
Yeah, we can definitely hear you now. And you're right, man. You know what I'm saying? You said starting a business is very stressful, you know what I'm saying? But the good thing is you got it going now. How long you been doing this now?
12 years. May it be 12 years. Next May it be 12 years.
May it be 12 years. And do you have like as far as now, do you have like people that's working under you now?
Yeah. I've been doing. I started off that way. That was a good thing. I started off that way because I already had my other job, and matter of fact, my drivers taught me how to tow.
Oh, okay. So you went out and got people that had experience and then you learned too.
Right. Yeah. That was 12 years ago. Now I'm the man on these streets. But anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
my
that's
drivers taught me how to tow. But again, I took it past that. I took it further than that because I always been a hustler. So you know how that go. You give me a little bit of change, I'm gonna make it do what it do.
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Yeah, y'all know black folks known for goddamn, you know what I'm saying? We known for making goddamn nothing out of something. I mean,
Yeah,
making
we know
something out of
that.
nothing.
Ain't no doubt about that. A lot
Right.
of times I see you come on, nobody never really they don't never really ask you about other fights or what do you think about up and coming fights, but you have a lot of boxing knowledge. And right
Yeah.
now, outside of your son fighting, is there any fight that you would want to see?
That I want to see, of course, just like everybody. I definitely want to see the Roach and the Tank rematch. I definitely want to see that. I definitely want to see. Let me see, Crawford Canelo. That sounds good to me. Or even, I would have liked to see Crawford fight somebody else first too. You know what I'm saying? That would have been good too, because I mean, Crawford on the way out the door. He is getting older, whatever. So I do understand the play. I
Yeah.
understand the play or whatever, but I would have liked to see him fight somebody else between that. But it is what it is.
Well, yeah, I just feel like the play might turn into a prey. I think you know what I'm saying. Let's keep it real. That play might turn into a prey. This is a real dangerous fight. I'm a Bud Crawford fan, but I'm
Right.
also I'm also a realist, and I
You're
just
a
feel
realist. Yeah.
man, the man stepping into some deep waters, and going up. We know, y'all know, going up 3 weight classes like that, man. And then Canelo ain't nothing to play with. That's it's gonna be a difficult fight.
Yeah,
I
going up
think
that
it's
weight
absolutely
class.
going to be.
Yeah, going up that weight class with the strongest motherfucker there is.
Yeah, yeah,
You mean?
man, that's gonna be the problem. I mean, Bones. I mean, do
I,
you? What do you say? Go ahead. Go ahead.
My bad. I think it's gonna be. I think it is too. I feel what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think it's so far fetched though. I see if he putting on that weight like he putting on that weight, and he doing what he doing, and he naturally stronger. He naturally a scrapper. He naturally a fighter. I mean, just like Canelo went from 147 all the way up to where he at. Shit, Crawford just did it in a faster time. I mean, it's not so far fetched. If you walking around at 186 now, 189, whatever the hell he was at the other day,
Yeah.
if you walk around something like that, I mean.
He's
If he
solid.
can take the boxing abilities with him, he might be all right.
He does. He can. That's the reason why. Believe me, I think it's an even fight.
You think it's
Crawford,
even fight? I think.
Crawford, solid, strong young man. He's so boxing intelligent. But he's just a phenomenal fighter, and he's got a game plan. And I need to just but we all have a game plan until we get hit. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
This dude is a phenomenal puncher. That's my only worry, only concern. But everything else, I got Crawford as the favorite.
Dude,
Hey, so
I ain't
look,
gonna lie to you. I got a 70-30. I got it as a 70-30 fight. People might think
I,
I'm crazy. I
I
think
got
it.
to fit. I got a 50-50, but this is the question though. Canelo ain't been knocking nobody out lately though.
I don't
No,
think he.
no,
I
but
don't think
no,
he.
no, but you gotta realize something. Look, he's fighting guys who's naturally walking around 200 pounds, going to
Right,
178,
right.
not coming from 130. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So even the last guy that Crawford fought, he goes, "Oh, the guy's kind of strong. If he thinks he's strong, wait till Canelo hits."
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Right.
That's the
I
difference.
think Canelo gonna put Bud to bed,
I do too.
respectfully.
I do too.
I
I can't
don't,
be
I
doing.
don't, I
Hey,
don't think
listen,
he
listen.
gonna knock
Y'all
it.
know
He's
this.
not
Let
gonna
me ask you a
knock
question,
Crawford out.
Brian, and let me ask you both of y'all this. Both of y'all have been on the professional level. I've been trying to explain this to people. How much difference there is there from walk around weight to fight weight when you understand what I'm saying? Like explain the difference between okay, you walking around at 180 and you fighting at 168, but then all of a sudden you jump up and fight at 180. What's the difference?
All right. For me, I never had a problem with that. I never had a problem with that because I never walked around. I never walked around big. I never walked around too far away from my weight. When I ended my career, I ended at 168, and I walked around at 185, 186.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like what Crawford is right now. So that's why I ended it. When I started as a pro, I walked even in the amateurs. I walked around at 172 and I fought at 178. That's just what I did. And I walked around 172, 173, and I fought at 175 when I first went pro. And you know what I'm saying? I did a couple of fights like that. Like, I mean, it don't make me no different. I ain't never been that guy. I'm the wrong guy to ask about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I spar with heavyweights. I never did care. It never mattered to me.
What about you, Bone?
I tell you the truth, I was a small guy. Always, of course. I think we're so much faster. Can't get hit by the guy, but I think it's easy. I think it's easier for the smaller guy. I think has the advantage. Smarter, faster, quicker.
Faster, yeah.
Don't see
Smaller,
shit. He
faster,
don't
yeah.
see shit. Won't get hit. Just don't get hit by stupid shit. That's it. Just stay
Yeah.
focused. If you stay focused, I think a small guy always wins.
Cause we seen what happened with Amir Khan when Canelo finally caught up with Amir Khan, and I thought that man might have. I thought he was dead. It scared me. I mean, just being real, like it scared me. But somebody got a question for you, Brian. They said why? Ben Sanders said, why you don't think Tank a good fighter?
Huh.
I never said Tank wasn't a good fighter. Come on now, don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah, I
I've
know
never
you
said I have never. You ain't never gonna find me on nobody record saying Tank ain't great fighter. I've said he was very, very explosive back in the day. He's very explosive. He's very intelligent. I've never said nothing about Tank as a fight as a being not a good fighter. He is a good fighter, great fighter.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So I can't answer that question. I say he's weak minded. That's what people miss it. Again, that's why I say people when people have one thing or you say one thing, they think it's all negative or it's all good or it's all bad. Nah, you have different aspects of it. Tank is weak minded. That's what I said. That's
Yeah,
what everybody keep getting. They even when they said I said he's weak, I never said that man was weak. He's strong as shit.
you
He's
said we
weak
find it.
minded. He's weak minded. His last performance showed you how weak minded he was. He's
Yeah,
weak minded.
yeah.
You'll see.
And no, I agree.
Nah,
And I'm one of those people that definitely agree with you. I think people misconstrue what people saying. Like if you see Tank mentality and thinking, it's almost to the point of I don't like using the word diva with a man, but it's like
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. That's
yes,
what the fuck he
That's
yes,
is.
good. That's
yes,
exactly.
Yeah.
yes.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just being real.
I
That's what I do.
just got my hair done 2 days ago, and the grease went in my eye.
Man,
Nigga, ain't no timeouts in boxing.
salute BBO.
Y'all seen what Ali did when some got in his eye. He fought that shit out to the end of the round.
Man,
That's
me and
it.
That's
BBO
what a
just had the
warrior. That's
same
what a warrior
conversation.
does.
Me and
Yeah.
BBO just had the same conversation on the phone about Ali, and what happened to him and getting grease in his eyes or whatever it was. And we just had this conversation. And I was like, well, we seen what Ali done when it happened to him. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? And that just tells your mentality, man.
Yes,
Because it's
absolutely.
always the guy of the
B,
fittest.
That's what a
BBO
warrior
put up
does.
a picture. My
I
bad. Go
gotta,
ahead, BBO.
I gotta say this real quick. Now, let me say this real quick because I gotta go real quick. I gotta say
Okay.
this. Mike Tyson is the reason I box. Mike Tyson is the reason that for me in boxing and everything, because Mike Tyson at the time, at one point in time, was my favorite fighter in the whole world. Mike Tyson is the most weak-minded fighter I've ever seen. Think about it.
Thank you.
Look at it.
Hmm.
Mike Tyson is my dog. You hear me? That's my dog. Mike Tyson is weak. He's the baddest man on the planet. That's my guy. He is the most weak-minded motherfucker you gonna find when it comes to boxing for whatever reason. It could be emotional issues. It could be whatever. Listen to him talk. Watch him when he break down. Watch how he get in his feelings. And that's not calling him a bitch or nothing else. It's just keeping it real about what I see. That's it.
Yeah, definitely,
I just
definitely.
want to put it out about
Hey,
Mike. You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
I appreciate you coming through and stopping by, man. I know you busy, and man, thank you for the opportunity. And man, hopefully we can do it again. Do what you got to do, man. This is Brian Norman Sr., and we look forward to seeing your son do big things at 147.
Nice
Appreciate
meeting
it,
you,
man.
man.
March
Nice meeting you.
29th, man. Next Saturday, man. We up, man. We up, man. Y'all check it out. We're looking to put on great performances. We're looking to put on great performances or whatever. Just like, we see some of these other guys made their way giving great performances against nobodies. And for some reason, the world has been able to give them the eyeball test title. That's what I'm gonna start calling it. They got the eyeball test title. So they've been able to hand out these eyeball test titles, and those titles are strenuous a long way. No matter what they do, is no, my eyeball told me a long time ago he a bad motherfucker. No matter who the fuck it was against. So we see how the game go. We see how the world work or whatever. So we looking to give stellar performances against everybody we get put in the ring with, no matter who it is. And you will see the cream gonna rise to the top. That's whether we the cream or not. You know what I'm saying? That's what people missing. Don't misconstrue. We're not saying we the best in the motherfucking world. Can't nobody fuck with us. You ain't heard me out here saying none of that. We willing to show that we are. We. That's what we want.
Uh,
That's what we want to be. That's what we fighting to be, the best in the world. You understand what I'm saying? That's how the best do it. You have to take the chances to get the chance. You have to get the chance to take the chance and put it up. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? But at the same
definitely.
time, if people say that, well, why y'all didn't take a chance against Boost? Listen, bro, that's a whole separate issue. That's a financial issue. It's a common sense issue. There's a whole lot more to that, and there was a whole lot of bullshit involved also. Just keep in mind these things. Just keep in mind these things right here about those situations. One situation is they moved it from Philadelphia to Jersey. They gave one man more money and they would not give another man less money than they gave the other man. And they would not even do the other one and move it to New Jersey. You could have did either or if you really wanted that fight to happen. They did not do that. A lot of lies came out saying they willing to give us 50% or willing to give us this. That's a fucking lie. It's an absolute lie. That made me lose so much respect for the other side that is ridiculous. It was lies. I mean, blatant lies told. You know what I'm saying? They could be proven wrong. Even with Eddie coming out saying that they called us, access wasn't still available. Nigga, ain't nobody called us. They said we called them while I'm on the other line doing a fucking interview talking shit about it. Like, what? He had a
Yeah,
bigger microphone. People don't know what's going on. They only know what they want to believe. You feel what I'm saying? We
definitely.
are here to try to be the best, to prove what we are, to prove what we say. Y'all saw me get in the ring after 14 years, 2 months notice or whatever. That let you know the pedigree of my son. They let you know we ain't about that bullshit. That tell you everything you need to know. So if I'm willing to get there and put myself on the line, come on, bro. My son is look what he doing. We looking
Yeah,
to get these stellar performances. Y'all gonna see for yourself, and we gonna have to start giving out. We have to stop giving out all these goddamn eye test titles. All right.
definitely, man. Salute.
But all right, man. Salute to all of y'all, man. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to all my supporters, all the people who don't support me, the ones who talk shit, they want to believe I'm cap about everything I say. Hey, stay your ass where you at when you start seeing what you see. All right. I appreciate y'all. All right.
We
All right, my
appreciate
brother.
you. Definitely,
Nice
definitely.
meeting you,
All
my
right.
brother. Nice meeting
Man.
you.
Man.
And
Yeah.
man, live
All
long
right.
and
Nice meeting you too,
prosper.
dog. Okay.
All right, man. We
Hey,
ain't going.
continue success too, fella.
Thank you. Appreciate that
Okay,
for
bye.
real.
All right. For sure.
BBO
All right. All right.
BBO in the comments saying Tank is trash. If you the only BBO can do, you know what I'm saying? We know BBO, man. That's my guy, my brother. I ain't gonna say Tank is trash. I'm just gonna say he has diva like mentality at times. Things that you shouldn't have in boxing. Bones, you've been around for a long time, the sport of
Yeah.
boxing, and you have to have a strong mind and a strong will. Definitely.
But that's just the way
BBOs.
that's the way everyone has groomed everyone to be right now. You know what I'm saying? See, so what they don't realize, they see Floyd like that. They have the diva type attitudes and stuff. Oscar De La Hoya, Sugar Ray Leonard, but they look at the final. They don't look at what they went through to get to be that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're looking at the end product, not the beginning product. You know what they did to be able to do that and be that way? No, they're not looking at that. They're just looking at the now and not the then.
Definitely. Everybody wants to start at Money Mayweather and not Pretty
Exactly.
Boy.
Yeah.
And that's the problem right there. They want to start at
Sugar
Money.
Ray, I mean, like I'm saying, like they want to be like Sugar Ray Leonard, Oscar, Floyd, all these people, but they didn't see what they did to get to where they're at now.
Like people
Man,
don't realize, like Floyd, there was a point in time where, people years later they said Floyd's ducking everybody, but nah, it
Shit.
was a
And
real
everybody.
point in time where dudes were jumping off of cliffs to get away from Floyd.
yeah.
Yeah.
I never forgot Shane Mosley said when they asked him, "Hey, do you think you could?" Floyd Mayweather's at 140. Would you consider fighting him? He said he wants to move up. He said, "Oh, I really can't say, man. I got a toothache I got to deal with."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
all those dudes were. None of them guys wanted to fight Floyd. Costa Zoo
Nobody
never
went Floyd.
said his name. What's the name? There's a Cuban that Corrales
Floyd was
fought.
fighting everybody at that time. Floyd was fighting everybody. I don't give a fuck who you say. When he was beating the fuck, he was knocking people out. He wasn't scared of nobody. He was fighting everybody. But then it come to that time where he needed to be a diva, and because he earned that right, he went
Right.
through everybody. Now he
Let,
needs to make a career and make a living for himself.
let me ask you this, Bone. You knew him as Pretty Boy and Money. Did you see a change in the attitude as time went on, or was he the same individual outside of the ring? Was there a change?
I mean, the situation being with him and I, the respect that he loves fighters. He does the respect we have for each other. He's always been the same guy,
Yeah.
always. But his actions outside the ring, I can't speak upon.
Right.
But
Right.
he's just been a bro, hard working. I remember him fighting Saturday. He's back in top rank Monday. That motherfucker, bro, my hat was off to him. I remember this one night I was at a club, right? Had a table. He had a table next to me. 3, 4 in the morning, he leaves. He starts jogging from there. But then, situation like I'm over there drinking, having a good time with my bottle and shit. I go, look at this stupid motherfucker, bro. Have a good time, man. Not knowing I was the stupid one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was fucking smart, intelligent. My hat's off to him. My credit's like, man, the dedication he has, it's just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal, man.
Yeah. Floyd's different, man. You said he jogged from the club.
Yeah, he had his Rolls Royce shit like that. He took off from the club and started just jogging from the club. And
Man, that's dedication.
Well,
That's,
well,
that's
if you
dedication.
want to say Floyd is weak minded in terms of maybe how he runs his personal life and some of his relationships,
Right.
okay, that's fine. But there's no doubt about the discipline and the dedication this man put in, especially when you read about some of the things he went through coming up as a child with his family. So for
Yeah,
him to not have ever smoked, never drank, no, that speaks to a high level of mental fortitude.
yeah, it does. And as I'm saying, the dedication he has for the sport, for the training, the dedication he has to train the way he trains. And
Trains like he broke.
you were fucking half 500 minutes to train the way he trains to fucking like he's broke. It's fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
And hey, Bones, how much does drinking? You think drinking affects a person that a boxer?
Drinking affects a person more than smoking weed.
Mm.
But then again, like I will tell you something. Like I know a lot of people who like to get fucked up. I'll leave their names out, but fucked up cocaine, high. But you know they would use it. They would use it, and then they go train for 3 or 4 hours. They wouldn't use it just to hang out, and they would use it and they go and train and work out. So there can be effective use of it, and just a fucked up use of it.
Hey, Lawrence Taylor was a goddamn crackhead. You saw what
Yep.
that man was doing, and they
Yep.
so
There's some
it had to have
I'm saying.
a positive effect.
Do you
Yeah,
believe? I mean, do you believe like when they like cocaine had like a? Do you think cocaine and Sunday could have like we know the negative effects of it, but do you think they looked at it like it can also have a effect where it can help you train harder? Like, do you think they looked at it?
100%. That's what I'm trying to say. Somebody who wants to take you fucked up and do whatever they're gonna do, right? Drink more, drink alcohol with it and stuff like that, or go get women, whatever. But then you got these other fighters that I know that used to do it. The next you know, they're over there running 10 miles, fucking doing exercising, going to the gym, hitting a heavy bag for hours at a time. That was the effect that's how they used it. They used it like, as a pre-workout.
I know what I want to ask you, and this is a question that I've been wanting to ask you, and I meant to ask you. Victor Conte.
Yeah.
What do you think about him?
What do I think about him?
As far as do you think that he's is a black eye on boxing that he should ever had the opportunity to work with boxing?
No, because everybody makes mistakes.
Definitely, I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? Like that movie Catch Me As You Can, right?
Yeah,
So it's the same exact thing as that. That kid was phenomenal, it's genius of ripping over millions and millions of dollars, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Then,
yeah.
but then all of a sudden now he's working for the FBI. So you're telling me that this kid or the situations like him, I'm just bringing him because of the movie.
hmm
But so you're saying he can change, but this guy can't?
right,
You mean he realized he fucked up? He knows his issue. He paid his price, whatever they do, paid for the crime, and now he's trying to do better for the sport. Use his knowledge, and he's a very bright man, very bright man.
definitely.
I think
Use his knowledge for the right thing.
Okay,
I think the fair though is that people like the Leonardo DiCaprio character or like a Victor Conti who are just highly intelligent. Okay, now that they've been caught, they just get smarter and they know how to evade detection better. So I think that's the fair, but I don't disagree with you.
So
If a man, if
so
because Victor Conti went to jail, right?
yeah,
So I mean he's done his time. He
right,
served his punishment. So I ain't gonna legislate or say the man shouldn't be able to work in his field of study. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
definitely snack because everybody talking about the snack program and saying that they think that
How
something
many
ain't right.
people? How many people listen? I take this stuff. How many people that don't just take this stuff, just normal stuff. There's nothing special about these things, right?
Yeah,
He sells it to everybody. So why isn't everybody? I mean, anybody can just buy his stuff. Anybody can get the same stuff he's giving the fighters. So why doesn't anybody get tested positive if
right.
he's a dirty guy?
Definitely, I
All
agree with that.
it's the same. It's the same. He gets his fighters the exact same thing as he puts on the shelf to sell.
And that's what matters. It ain't nothing that's illegal. What you're saying, like
That's what
the
I'm saying.
snack program, everything he's giving fighters, you can go get. I can go get.
Yes.
Well, the conspiracy theory from a lot of people is that he knows how to game the system. He knows how to avoid detection now. I don't believe that because you could literally just say that for any athlete. You could say that for anybody that they have somebody on their staff who
That's,
knows how to evade
that's true.
detection. So it's like
Any
you
yeah,
you
any
you have
strength
to
and
have
conditioning
some
guy.
type of faith in the institutions that handle this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right. True.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm trying to say. Any strength and conditioning, any nutritionist, anybody can give you the shit. Anybody that really does research. You can go. Everything is online now. So all you do is go online, see what they're testing for, and just go around it if they wanted to. It's very
yeah,
simple. It doesn't take a very bright man to figure that out. Have an eighth grade education, I could do it. I could do it if I wanted to. I
right,
just,
right.
I mean, it doesn't take. He's a genius. He's a bright man, very
Yeah,
intelligent, and he's trying to use it the right way, and clean up the sport, and just keep it not just clean it up. I guess just keep it clean,
keep it
and
clean.
you know what I mean
Yeah, yeah.
make
So
everything
when
fair.
people, let me ask you this: the Devin Haney, when people say Ryan Garcia didn't cheat because Osirine or whatever is not, I don't know what they trying to say. They try to say that it's not a
They
drug.
said
Yeah,
he only had point 0.6 in his system, but the
yeah,
rule is you can't have point 0.1.
Yeah,
right.
he
Point
can't have
one is the
nothing,
limit.
nothing.
You're not supposed to have it. Period.
It's probably 0-0, yo.
Well, so I mean, but Osirine does take effect on your body as far. And then I know you've been around boxing for a long time. People also don't catch that you can cycle on and cycle off of that. And when you're cycling off of a drug, it's not going to be as much in your body. So who knows what you really took?
I don't know about that because I never did. I really don't.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with that shit.
yeah,
I
I
don't know what
yeah,
comes out, what comes out, what don't, because and I never took the time to learn because I don't give a fuck. I'm never going to do it.
right.
So, but the thing is, like he said, listen, it's supposed to be zero. I don't care if it's point 0.6 point. It's supposed to be zero.
Zero. Definitely,
So
definitely zero.
at
Yeah.
one point, he did use it at one point. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely at one point he did use it because I've never like it's been a situation I've never seen nobody become the villain like Devin Haney has behind, not cheating. It's just like it's
Because
different.
a lot of people get caught cheating, right?
Yeah,
But they go, okay, they okay. The other guy wins, whatever they do, right? Okay, just everybody just drops it, leaves right there. But he was crying. He wants his he's cheated. All these lawsuits. He just overdid shit. I mean, if he had just left it alone, like okay, I took my ass whooping. They whatever happened, right? And just boom, done. Everybody been okay, right? But He didn't. He just cries and whines about. Bro, it's just like, bro, all I had to do is one thing: hold your right hand up and don't get hit with the left hook.
Yeah, man, hey, that definitely is true. Hold your right hand up
That's
and don't get caught with the left hook, man. We finna get
Yeah.
out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. I gotta get to engagement. My wife is waiting on me.
All
I'm
right.
already late, but salute to everybody, man. I got Mr. Bones Adams here, Market Dan. This is CDK Sports Talk Network. We'll be back again. We out.
All right, guys. Good
peace.
All right, peace out.